Welcome back to Boss Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to take a look at Joytoy's officially licensed Warhammer 40k, the 1/18 scale Blood Angels veteran Vigna. This is going along with the new 4 Blood Angel veterans that came out with the new armor. This packaging it comes in. You can see here it is recommended for ages 15 and up. New style packaging with the white and the black. Very nice. A lot of information on the front. If you want to pause and read that, you can. Back of the packaging, we do have 4 product images. Very large one showing you everything you get. Got the figure geared down. 3 small ones with the front, the back, and a close-up of the upper body and head sculpt of the figure. Top of the box. Bottom of the box. And here's one of the sides. Company information, product information, kind of stuff like that. If you can pause and read that. This side has a 2-angle shot. We have the Blood Angels veteran Vigna there, and then you turn it, stand it up. You got the Joytoy Warhammer at the top, and the official license logo there at the bottom. Here's the action figure and all of his accessories packed very nicely individually in the clamshell. Okay, here is the veteran Vigna outside of the packaging. Very nice quality. Right out the box, you can feel nice the heft, the weight of the figure. The materials feel good. Nice solid plastic. No issues there. First impressions. Nothing really stood out too much for this one, besides the new breastplates that do have and new pauldrons, which we'll get to. But there's really no shock and awe for this one. But nonetheless, he's pretty cool though still. One of the reasons is the price. I mean, you can get these guys in the U.S. for, 35 to 40 bucks Amazon and some of the retailers. But some of the Chinese websites I see now are going up from 50 to 60 bucks. So look for U.S. retailers if you want to save, 10, 15 bucks on average. That being said, he's sporting his gold helmet, his green eyes. Very nice. You can see here we have a little bit of silver tubing on each side. Pretty cool. Here we have the necklace with the blood drop done in gold and metallic red. We do have the breastplates here on the new armor. And everybody can relax, because if you've been waiting for nipples on your armor, there it is. We do have the ab sculpt there. We have the blood drop also on his abs. I have an upside down, looks like, yep, upside down pouch. These are removable. They are on a little ball joint. You can take them off and on if you like, and obviously spin them, as you can see. We have a purity seal here. We do have your faked out case with a pistol handle in and a purity seal on there. You can swap this out with an empty one if you use this pistol. We'll take a look at that here shortly. We do have a PVC soft cape. Underneath is my favorite knee pad with the black and the white skull. Looks fantastic. Nothing on the other leg, just a red armor. Now this pauldron looks pretty awesome. Has a big blood drop on it done in yellow. And I think it says ball on there. And we have the ribbon layers going up the side. It's really cool. On this one is awesome. We do have the Blood Angels insignia, and then we have these ropes going around with some Blood Angels drops of blood there, a little vial of blood, it looks like. Pretty nice. Back of the figure, we see the silver paint here on the top. 2 holes for the backpack. We have a pouch, a larger pouch, and a cylinder, all sculpted together, which is removable, all held to get on the belt on a peg. PVC back waist skirt, silver there on the legs. Pretty much following suit with his brothers that we've already looked at. Very, very cool. Here, what really stands out kind of like these. We have these gauntlets, almost like a knight gauntlet, maybe to be used from the Knights Templars or something. But it has the silver studs on both sides. But it gives me a knight feeling when I look at it. So it's going to take a 360 look at the character. It's pretty nice. Feel free to pause if you want to see something for a longer duration. Here's some close-up images. Here's a look at that pauldron and stuff on the side there. The back. If I can hold on to him. Here's the other pauldron. Bottom of the feet. Top of the head. Pretty cool. So for articulation, the head can look well, not too much back and forth on this guy for some reason. We do side to side unless it needs to be heated. This is a 2.0 body, so that's about the extent of going up on the arms. It's just sort of terrible. Rotation 360, we have the bi-cut for 360 rotation here. Double jointed elbows, ball joint for the wrist. All the way around, up and down, in and out. Any angle you would like, works perfectly. We have some chest crunching, back, nice. See how he's been doing a lot of sit-ups. Side to side. This is a 360 rotation here. If I don't tear him apart, knock all the stuff off, but that works out really good. We have thigh cuts here. Double joint knees. We have the feet pivot down. Then we have in the side to side. We have the tail articulation up. Splits, not too much. Won't rush about it that way. It's kind of awkward looking, but it's because of the overall stuff on the figure and the waist skirt that gets in the way a lot. So a lot of his articulation is hindered, especially in his shoulders, and because of a PVC waist skirt. So it's definitely going to limit your ability to do your poses that you may like for your shelf, or your display, or playability. So some of the accessories it comes with, we looked at pouch here. This one here. That comes off, and then the back. We'll start off by going into taking a look at his alternate pistol case. And here it is. Flat mat with a white washer on the edges. Notice that the pistol grip is not there, or the purity seal. So you can replace this with this when you are sporting his heavy bolt pistol. Same one we've been seeing for a while. Gunmetal, silver, flat mat, black, drill barrel on the sides and in the front. Removable clip. This is what I get in there. Gold bullets, nothing on the top, unfortunately. Same as the others. Okay. Comes with his power sword. 2 power nodes. We have the gunmetal and silver tip. Light does catch it nicely. Here's the red handle and gold on top and bottom. We have a red dot in the center on both sides. It's like they are the same. Pretty cool. He has a gripping hand. Now, one thing about the hands, they are now different style plastic. These used to be very flexible. They are super stiff, so be very careful for breakage and for stress marks, white stress marks. His open hand, I like these. These look very cool. Nice visibility for those. A fist hand, and then a pointing hand. If you want to give directions, or if you want to pull the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, you can do that. what really stood out for me on the accessories, it's usually like some new weapon, like the sword was cool, but this is where it kind of stood out. Was the top of this, it had the black wings and the black skull. That's super awesome. You get the blood drop on his forehead, gold trim at the top. But I do very much like that skull. So that's definitely a new piece for Joytoy and Warhammer. We haven't seen before. I believe only in this figure that I've come across, at least. I'm trying to hold this so you can see. The Power Pack backpack has the black vents, the gunmetal exhaust, and the gunmetal exhaust here. Some silver studs throughout, the black vent there. The back of this, you can see the back of the skeleton skull, wings, and the gold on the top. We did add some nice silver painting there that breaks up the color. That's fantastic features. Do you love that? We have a black wash, a dirty wash over his pack. That looks pretty awesome. I do love. Oops, I do love that piece. And it is removable if you wouldn't so choose to. But I think it's really cool, so I'm going to leave mine on there. Alright, so there he is with that really cool piece on that power pack. That looks menacing. I do love that. Believe it or not, I did not notice that in the product images, but that is super cool right there. So his backpack looks, or power pack looks like on the figure. Very, very nice. So let's try to see what we can do with this hand, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Some of the negatives for this is obviously the removal of the ball peg, which I know it kind of fixes the ability for pauldrons not to fall off, but it takes away from the playability. So I don't really like giving up playability for overall aesthetics. So you can see how maybe if my fingers in the way, that's very hard. If you watch my videos for all my other Warhammer figures, I could take this guy and slip it in his hand, but it is a nightmare. You can see how hard this is. Like, I literally gonna have to take this, and you can see that how hard it is. And I will put this in his hand. I'll be right back. Okay, you can see that's in there. It was very difficult to get it in there. I don't like doing that, stressing the plastic. So you might want to heat it up, or maybe put it in, leave it in there, and then switch out the hands if you have an alternate desire for a look. But you have no problem holding it. We have the up, we have the down, and then you have the, out and in, if you so desire for that. It's pretty cool. Double jointed elbows, and the wrist really complements, the range of motion for your wrist of your figure. So here is with his sword. I swapped out the hand, as you can see. This is the trigger hand. And this is more of your gripping hand. I'm telling you what, this is one of the tighter hands I've seen in my life on these figures. He's not going to drop those weapons. They hold him extremely well. Maybe even not even Earthquake can get these out of his hands, because you can see here, this thing is, man, it is on there. Pretty nice. I recommend heating up the wrist, because the ball, it didn't come off as easy as I would assume it used to. These 2.0 bodies, in my opinion, from my is a downgrade to the 1.0 bodies, I guess the first bodies. So I don't like, it's not a deal breaker for me, because I'm invested in them now. But if I had to choose, basically I would take the version 1 bodies over the V2 bodies. Obviously they could just sculpt the same pieces for the the new armor, but just what they tried to fix, I think they made it worse. And here's a look with the open hand. It's like, waiting for his tribute or whatever he wants paid or whatever. But the hand is quite wide enough to actually hold something relatively about big as this. No problem. Obviously this lays in there, there's no gripping, there's no security. So if you bump it, it's going to fall out. But it looks pretty cool. I do like the open hand. And then we can Turn around like so. Looks very nice. And here he is with the 2 pointed finger hand. You could be giving out direction or pointing to something. And of course that spins so you can get any kind of look you would like. Maybe something like this. Maybe one day we'll get the a middle finger hand. Think it's something we might get. However you want to position it, you have that option. So this is more or less probably for a military direction hand, giving orders to the troops. That's pretty cool. Nonetheless, like I said, you do get a good bids. I paid about $35 for him on Amazon. So prices go up and down obviously, but that's why I found the best deal. Other ones were $39.99, and I've seen China was like $60, like I said. So if you like this figure, that's my best advice for you guys, to go and find him. I do highly recommend him. Like I said, I like it a lot. I'm very happy with my purchase, especially for that price and because of the way these Warhammer figures have been costing lately. Flaws, like I said, is pauldrons, and it takes away from the articulation. The hands are super tight. Those are my 2 biggest things on these figures. Other than that, I think they have some great new parts, a lot of new armor, each one of them had something new. If you noticed in the last 2 videos and now this one, with this piece here at the top. I think one had a new like short sword, and the other one had something else I can't remember. Look for those 2 reviews, and then one more we have Solace, I think, to look at. He has some pretty nice features also. So if you guys like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up for me at least, and comment down below if you have any questions, comments. Please share the video if you would like. That'll help us out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.